Hey everybody, I'm back this week. Midweek, I know, but work and everything. So what we're going to do this week, like I said, is something gooey and cheesy. We are going to do bacon, cheese muffins in the microwave. I know, another muffin recipe, but when you get some new cooking tool, you just got to use it. Okay, I'm sorry. What we're going to start out with is 3 slices of uncooked bacon. You're going to put them on a paper towel here. You're going to fold paper towel over the top so that your bacon is firmly pressed between paper towels. You're just going to plop that in the microwave between the paper towels for 3 minutes while we mix everything else up. That should crisp up your bacon. Okay, so start with the mixing bowl and your flour. You're going to want 1 cup of flour. I've got measuring cups everywhere. Yeah, I'm getting low on flour, you can tell. Okay, 1 cup of flour. Okay, I needed a little more, but that's just 1 cup of flour for you guys. Okay, so after your cup of flour, you are going to head and crack 1 egg in your bowl. Just tap that on the edge of the counter and deal with that cranky egg that doesn't want to... Just 1 egg in your bowl. Get rid of the shell. Providing you can remember where you put your garbage pan. Okay, so then we're going to head and get 3/4 a cup of milk. Take my whole cup and fill it quite the way full. So 3/4 a cup of milk right in your bowl. You can probably hear your bacon sizzling. And let's face it, you can smell that bacon. Now you're going to get 1/3 cup of veggie oil. Fill up to my 1/3 line. And 1/3 cup of veggie oil. Now you're going to get 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. I went with sharp cheddar because I think that'll taste best with bacon, but it's really up to your taste. You can get whatever sort of shredded cheese you want. Just know you want to put 1/2 cup in there. And just plop that right on into your recipe. I mean, into your mixer bowl. Okay. Okay. A cup of cheese. You're actually going to want 1/4 cup of sugar now. Gotta give it that little bit of sweet. Yeah. A cup of sugar. Okay. Now you're going to want a teaspoon of baking powder. Here. Teaspoon of baking powder. And just 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, put that in and then I'm going to check on my bacon and see how it looks. It's not going to be crisp, but it's going to be cooked through enough for the recipe. So while you finish mixing it up, unfold it for the paper towels. You might get a little bit of stickage, but it shouldn't be too bad. Careful, because like I said, it's going to be hot. Very hot. Don't want you to burn yourself. But set that aside and let it cool till you're done mixing this up, because then we'll chop it up and put it in our mix. Okay, so get a fork. This is a point where if my recipe calls for 1 to 2 tablespoons of like chopped up jalapeno pepper, I for one am not putting that in my recipe because I don't like the spiciness. But if that's something you like, well then bless you, you go ahead and put jalapenos in your mix. Of course it'll be a runnier mix because, you know, we're putting it in our muffin cups. You know, those lovely silicone muffin cups that my friend, cousin Tracy got me for Christmas. Just make sure you get everything mixed together. There's plenty of cheese in there. If you want to have your bacon, ooh boy, my fork's trying to run away from me. You want to have your bacon pre-cooked and chopped up before you start this, you go ahead. Interest of time, this is what I was doing. Now my bacon's still a little hot, but I do recommend that you maybe wait a little bit. I don't need you burning yourself and then come and telling me you burnt yourself. I don't need that. Close that for now. Get your bacon. Go ahead and throw away your greasy paper towels. See, the good thing about throwing paper towels in the microwave, it gets fairly crispy, and the paper towels soak up the grease. Oh, if anybody was wondering about my cool shirt this weekend, I owe the guys from the RIT Anime Club a huge apology for not wearing it sooner. When I went to the convention with the Geek Girl Project in December up at RIT, the cosplay convention, these guys were an awesome anime club that were up there, and they have their own anime con. I got a shirt from them. Yeah, it says 2013, but it's the only one they had in a 2X, and well, I needed a 2X. So, sorry about that, guys, but definitely represent your t-shirt. So, as you chop your bacon, go ahead and throw that. Chop it up, rip it up. Well, in the interest of time, I'm just going to start ripping this up and throwing it in there. But you want tiny pieces so that, your bacon can get all through your muffins. You don't want to get your hands so greasy, you know, like I said, you keep chopping it up, but interest of time. I want to show you guys fun, quick recipes. Okay, so get your mix back here and stir in your bacon. Go ahead and get your muffin cups. Get a little bit of cooking spray, because you're going to want to spray these so that the muffins pop right out. Now you can just spray it, or you can do the traditional put a muffin liner in there, cupcake liner in there, but you don't have to. It's just spraying these, like you saw the last time I did a muffin recipe. I would recommend getting either a spoon or one of your measuring cups back. I grabbed my fourth of measuring cup. Tapping my fork off. Okay, this is where you get muffin mix and start filling your tins 3/4 full. Because like I said, like last time, they will rise and we don't need giant blobs. We want actual muffins. Trying to get cheese and bacon in every one. Don't know how well I'm succeeding, but gosh, I'm trying. Okay, after you've filled up the tins on one pan, this will make about enough for 12 muffins again. You're going to put it in your microwave for 2 minutes, and then we're going to check on it. And just, sorry, the mix has cheese in it. It's good. Can I just flip a little bit? Phone issues. I thought phone looked like I froze. If you're ever wondering how high tech this setup is, I'm filming this on my cell phone as it sits propped up on a pretzel jar. It's propped up against a bottle of NyQuil, and I'm the only one around, so as you can tell, I am supery dupery high tech. I have my phone doing the filming, and it's flipped around so I can see what I'm doing. That way you can see if anything goes wrong, like the other week when it shut off a couple. I do apologize if it's glitching, because it looks like it is to me. Well, I made about 11 muffins. muffins. But depending on how full or not full you fill your tins, you could end up making a full dozen. And set this over to soak. Wipe off your hands. Keep an eye on your muffins. You can see they're starting to raise, and we will definitely have to do these for another 2 minutes, but I wanted to do them for 2 minutes and then check on them. I guess I can start putting my stuff away. A fun little idea to do after you do the muffins for the first 2 minutes, you can see they're starting to rise. That's why we're going to do them for another 2 minutes, is to take maybe a wee little bit of cheese and sprinkle it on the top of each muffin if you want them to be extra cheesy. You don't have to. I mean, that one is just something fun I like to do because I want them to be a little bit cheesier. But we're definitely putting them in for another 2 minutes. And then we're going to check on them again. Now you may end up, like if you watched my last muffin recipe, banana nut, how good were those? I took the 4 from the outside out and did the other 2 like another minute. Just because they're in the middle, sometimes they get a little less cooking, like heat cooking. Alright, on order. You'll probably have your other pan ready to go, so just set that aside. And get yourself a big plate to plop your muffins out onto. Once I find a big plate. Nope. Guess we're getting one of the red plates. Like I said, just have that set now because once it cools enough for you to get them out of the microwave, they're going to set to cool a little bit, and then you can plop them out onto a plate, and yum yum. I know I said yum yum. Like I said, do it for 2 minutes. I think my camera shifted a little bit. I'm starting to chop the top of my head off. But this is what happens, like I said, when you're so high tech that you use your cell phone on top of a pretzel jar. I really hope it's not glitching as bad as it looks like it is, because I feel like I'm freezing every few seconds. But after we do this for 20 more seconds here, we're going to check it. If you think it needs done again, if you think it's really too gooey, it is going to be gooier because of the cheese. But if you think it's too gooey, do it another 2 minutes. If you think it's almost done, do it another minute. Okay, let's see what we got here. They're settling down a little bit because of the cheese, but I am going to do mine another minute. It really all depends on, like I said, how much cheese you've used, what the power of your microwave is, and how gooey you'd like your muffins. They're fairly cooked, it's just I want mine to set up a little more. Sorry, thirsty. Water. "30 seconds, I'll take one of these puppies out and we'll try it." I'm not going to put any butter on, but I do recommend them hot with butter on. Best way to go. I'm going to shut down my laptop because we got everything in we needed. Okay. I I hear sizzling. Now they aren't going to be as big and, I would say, poofy as my banana nut muffins were. But that's just because, you know, they're bacon and cheese. They're a different sort of thing altogether. Oh. Look, we have a perfect little bacon cheese muffin. Well, I'm going to throw these other ones in. But you guys won't see me finish cooking those because I'm going to show you, cut one of these open for you, and then I'll let you go. So, we'll take this little dummy one that was here on the edge. Now, like I said, these are going to be gooey because they've got bacon and cheese in. But you can see how easily they popped out, and they smell like breakfast. You could even just, honestly, it's not going to hurt them if you just turn it upside down and dump them out. Unless you dump them on top of each other, like I did. And like I said, try not to burn yourself because these are hot. But look, now you just made a perfect plate of bacon cheese muffins in like 15 minutes. 16 or a little more because I've been yapping. But go ahead and throw this in your silicone over in the pan. I mean, silicone muffin pan over in the sink. Cut open a muffin. Well, it's hot, so. But it's completely cooked through. It's just gooey and cheesy. Okay. A bacon and cheese in a muffin. Two of life's favorite things smooshed together. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this. Finish cooking my second batch. You guys try this, let me know how it goes. And I suppose next week I'll be back to do a recipe for that most evil of holidays that, if you know me, you know I very well labeled it Evil Day for a reason. See you guys.